Okay, I'm going to show you now what I'm going to be doing with these candy balls that I showed you earlier today in my grocery haul. And speaking of my grocery haul, I need to apologize for how shaky that video was. I didn't realize my hand was shaking so badly until I viewed the video after the fact, and by that time it was too late to redo it. But the only thing I can think of is that I was extremely hungry, and I think I might have been having a little bit of hypoglycemia going on, and my hand was really shaking, and sorry about that. When I watched the video back, I'm like, oh my goodness, shaking so bad. But yeah, I had, normally I take a granola bar or something like that with me when I go shopping, and I walked out the door and completely forgot it, and I woke up extra early that morning and had eaten my breakfast early, so I went about 5 hours without eating anything. So I was very, very hungry when I got home. I probably should have taken a minute to eat something before I filmed the haul, but I like to try to get it done before my husband gets home from work. It's just easier that way. So anyway, this is an Advent calendar that I made a long time ago. I can't even remember how long ago it was that I made this, and I got the idea off of Pinterest or something somewhere. And what you do is you buy one of those 24 count mini muffin trays, and it works perfectly as an Advent calendar. And yeah, I still buy those cheapy ones, cardboard ones from Aldi for the kids, because they like to each have their own, especially when they were younger. They really wanted to have their own. But then what I did was I used some of my scrapbooking material, and I made these little squares and out of cardstock and scrapbook paper and number stickers, and then I put these little snowmen on it. There, that's a pretty good picture. And each one obviously has a different number, and you start with 24 and you work your way down to 1, and you start on December 1st, and then you'll end up on Christmas Eve. You'll open the last one on Christmas Eve. Now, today was December 1st. I was gone all day long grocery shopping. My kids basically schooled themselves today, so we did not do Advent today, which means they will get to do 2 Advents tomorrow. And in these little openings, you can put anything in there. And this year I bought these little chocolate balls. I think 2 will fit in each compartment. At least I'm hoping so. Yes, they do. So you can put little treats in there. One year I made up a riddle for each thing that had to do with Christmas, like snowmen and snowflakes and Christmas trees and Santa Claus and Jesus, baby Jesus and Bethlehem and all that. And I made up these riddles, and then they would have to guess the answer. We did that one year. A couple of years I would have a clue to where their treat was hidden in the house, and they would have to do like a scavenger hunt every day. We did that for a couple of years. Last year we read through this book, and in each one of the little compartments I had a page number, and it was random, and they'd open up the day and they'd pull out a page number, and I'd turn to it and I would read the little story or the poem or whatever that I found on that page. So we did that last year. And this year I actually asked the kids what they wanted, because I mean this is probably going to be our last year doing this, because it's our last formal year of homeschooling, and Travis is 18, and unfortunately kids grow up and they grow out of these types of things. So I asked them what they wanted this year, and they both just said, oh, just put a treat in there. So I had to find something small that would fit. And so then what you do is you just take the number, and I put little magnets on the back, and they stick right on. So then tomorrow they'll take off 24 and 23. oh, let me tip you down, or let me tip you up a little bit so you can see this. I got you on my tripod because I don't want to risk being shaky for this video. So yeah, we'll have 24 and 23. So they'll each get 2 pieces of chocolate. Actually, they'll get 3 pieces of chocolate because their little cardboard advent calendar has chocolate each day too. So I'll get them all sugared up, and it, you know, they're teenagers. It doesn't affect them. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I will continue and fill these all up and put the numbers on, and when I get it all done, I'll be back and show you what it looks like. Here it is, friends, all ready to go. I will find some place prominent in the house too. You just kind of lean it up against something, or you can lay it flat, whatever, for the kids to see every day. And I think it was a neat idea. It was festive. You can actually use the muffin tin throughout the year and just pull it aside for Christmas, but I specifically have just held this aside and just used it for the Advent calendar. I will probably hang on to this and pass it down to either Olivia or if Travis's wife, whoever wants it, so that they can use it for their kids. It was a lot of fun to make it when I made it years ago, and it's been a lot of fun using it. And this year, we're going to be reading stories out of this book. It's called Christmas Memories from Our Heart to Yours. And so every day I'll just choose a story out of here to read as part of our daily devotions. We're also reading, since we finished the Chicken Soup for the Soul about the dogs, since we finished that book yesterday, I started, I'm tired. Little House on the Prairie, The Long Winter. And I thought that would be very appropriate. I mean, I know they're above that reading level, but I love those books. I love reading them now. So I think they're timeless. I really do. I think that those books are timeless. So we've been reading out of that book. We just started it, and it'll take us pretty much all winter to read that. And we're going to be reading this through the Advent season. And yeah, so that's our little Advent activity that we do every year. Hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you later, friends. Bye.